Hi. Today I'd like to tell you a strange tale from Gloucester of mysterious events that happened in the summer of 1692 while the Salem Witch Trials were being held down the road in Salem. Sometime in late June or earlier July, Ebenezer Babson and his family heard somebody running outside their home. Over time, they continued to hear mysterious strangers running around. On July 7th, 1692, two men ran from Ebenezer Babson's house and he evacuated his family to the garrison house. The people inside heard somebody outside, and Ebenezer Babson opened the door and saw two men run away. On July 9th, 1692, there were two Frenchmen seen outside the garrison house. One had a gun on his back. Back inside the garrison, they heard footsteps running outside, but nobody but Ebenezer Babson saw the Frenchmen. The next day, July 10th, they heard loud thuds some distance away from the garrison house. On July 11th, John Brown and Ebenezer Babson fired upon three unknown people who got away. Then on July 15th, a man walked to the garrison fence and ran away when Isaac Prince fired upon him. Ebenezer Babson ran for help and was nearly shot. A bullet whizzed by him and implanted itself in a hemlock nearby. He turned around and saw four armed men running after him. Wheeling around, he fired and then ran straight into town. Scouting parties were sent out and they found tracks, and they even recovered a bullet from the hemlock. Witnesses even saw a Native American and a Frenchman running around, but nobody could get a shot at them. On July 17th, 11 men were spotted clubbing a deserted house in Gloucester. A shot was fired at the intruders, but missed. The next day, July 18th, Major Samuel Appleton of Ipswich sent 60 local men down to the Gloucester garrison house. As they arrived, they heard gunfire, and so they ducked back into the swamp. But John Day pursued a man and lost him. And he went back and tried to find tracks, but couldn't find any. So a week later, July 25th, with the 60 men in the garrison, no more of these mysterious men were seen walking around right near the garrison house itself. But Ebenezer Babson went out in the woods searching for some cattle. He spied three men walking toward him, fired his musket at them, but it misfired several times. The men simply walked away into the bush, disappeared, and Ebenezer Babson went home, test fired the musket, and suddenly it fired fine. The strangeness continued for some period of time during that year. Were they seeing real French and Indians, or were they seeing specters? Were they seeing real Frenchmen and Native Americans, or were they seeing specters? The minister of the town, John Emerson, wrote, "The devil and his agents were the cause of all the molestations which at this time befell the town." At the time of the Salem Witch Trials, and while this was unfolding in Gloucester, the English of New England were at war with the French in Canada and their Native American allies, the Wabanaki Confederacy. So there were reasons for fear that the enemy might be lurking around the town, but it's really unclear what these people were actually witnessing. They seem to doubt themselves afterwards.